the magic of the show is it gives us hope. When Charles envisioned the show, he made no bones about it. He envisioned the perfect Christmas experience. So it's very beautiful. It has the warmth of the human interaction. It does not attempt to necessarily have songs that move the plot. It's not that strict plot structure of most musicals, but it's this wonderful picture after scene of what a beautiful Christmas is. And seeing the show, I mean, I start weeping when the first lights come up and you see that beautiful street scene and you think, I want to be a part of that. I just want to be a part of making the magic of the holiday with friends and family. And, I think most of us have to deal with in our real life situation. It's probably not that ideal. We have planes delayed or turkeys that don't cook or whatever. And so, but the whole idea of returning to that place where Christmas happens every year is just how the season is. It's what makes the season. We moved into this house over 30 some odd years ago. And this house has gas log fireplace. We thought that is really tacky. We shall take that out. It's still here. But Christmas Carol was written in my living room in front of that very fire on a card table with a chair from the kitchen. And Charles moved into the living room and did not come out. And we had Christmas Carol. Things that most people don't know, that Christmas Carol was written as Charles's effort to deal with problems with the Playhouse budget. We had been here a year. The Playhouse had some hard financial times. So the decision had been made to try and see if a seasonal offering would bring in more revenue for the Playhouse because there were budget problems. Well, that was 33, is it 33, am I right? Years ago, nobody ever had any idea. But the first year, it was a huge success, so everybody said, okay, we have the costumes and the set, so maybe we ought to see if we could get a repeat out of it. Well, the second year was bigger than the first year, and the rest is history. But Christmas Carol was written in Omaha, Nebraska for the Omaha Playhouse to resolve some budget difficulties. You have to go back to what we all feel, that we have disappointments, and all of us know that particularly this Christmas season, that the whole sense of disappointments, we've been mistreated by the economy, and that whole thing of suddenly we become anxious and we become cautious and we become mistrustful, and that's what happened to Scrooge. It's a little clearer than it happens to most people, but I thought about that a great deal. His message is greater than ever, that he didn't set out to become Mr. Awful, Mr. Bah Humbug. No, life happened to him, and the way he addressed it, he just became more and more removed and more bitter. And so that could easily happen to all of us as we are angry in this time of ours. What the spirits do for him is letting him look at what he lost. And as he sees each memory reenacted and is actually somewhat participatory, he can be participatory, of course they can't see him, then he begins to experience what he felt at the time. And so I think almost like what happened in the life process, he got smushed and smushed and smushed with the bitterness. And suddenly what happens is those spirits come in. They start just pillowing him up. And so they bring in the childhood memories, and those are happy memories. But with the beginning of disappointment, as happens to all of us, there's still happy memories. And his sister, his friends, his Christmas memories. And they begin to chip away or to build back up that layer of trust. And so it has to happen scene by scene. And what Scrooge has to do is to say, I'm the one that pulls it all together, because it's from the time I was a child, my beloved sister Fan, to now I'm an old man, but I have this precious nephew, I have this employee who's loyal and faithful and whatever, and that I can make a difference in his life. It can be a very good life, but I have to make it happen. And so, but I think he has to see it through each set of memories and each reinstatement of relationships. Yeah, I saw a touring production. First of all, I was there, and I didn't know anybody else there. That's an odd event to be, at a Playhouse function and not know anybody. And so I was by myself at that time during intermission, and I was just wandering around the halls there at high school, and I came upon a group of children reenacting the play. There was a dancing doll, and there was a beggar, and the kids were reenacting what they had just seen in the first act, and I had forgotten that. And if you just stand in the lobby, which when you're working the show at the Playhouse you don't get to do, you forget that part of it. And my guess is that these were children who had never seen the production. And indeed, I was in an audience of a lot of people who had never seen the production, and it was just magic to listen and to watch their response to the show for the first time. And that's something we've all, in the 30-some odd years, totally forgotten, is how magic it is the first time.